We have already gone over all the permissions and the introduction, so now I want to talk a little bit about your case and what you think is going on. So could you tell me just a little bit about why you think that your kids are in foster care?
Um, I still don't think that they should be in foster care. It's been way too long now. I think I'm doing everything that I need to do for them to come home. I honestly, I'm glad you came on my case now because my last case manager didn't really help me, and I feel like I'm doing things now and I'm getting things done that need to be done. Um, I think that I can keep them safe. I don't really, think that they need to be in foster care anymore, and I'm glad we're moving forward, and I'm glad I'm actually having a lot more visits now. So,
Well, good. It sounds like things are looking up for your case. What kind of things have you been doing?
well, I started therapy about 2 months ago. I think that's going well. I know I've talked to my therapist a lot, and to Julie, my family support worker or visitation or whatever you guys call her, and they've told me that they notice in me that I'm not angry all the time, which I feel better about that. I feel angry, but I don't obviously scream at you anymore because at least you're trying to help me. Um, I've been visiting with the kids. I'm doing overnights with Raven, my 12-year-old now, and I think that I'm doing everything that I need to do. There's nothing left. There's nothing left in that quarter that I have to do.
So it sounds like you're frustrated. You feel like you're done, but other people don't.
Yeah, I think I should be done, and I think that there's a lot of things that happened since my kids were taken from me that aren't my fault, and I need help with those now, and I need a bigger place, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's keeping me from getting them back.
So what can we do to help you find a bigger place? What's blocking that?
Well, I have a lot of vision problems, and recently I lost my job because of issues that I was having. But I don't have a really good income. I, have applied for W-2, but it's very frustrating for me, and it does make me very angry because all of the things that I want to do with my kids when they're here for visits, I don't have money for those. And if I do want to spend money on those kinds of things, I save it for that, and then I don't have the money to put down for a bigger place, and I don't even know where I'd want to move right now. And if they're not going to come home, why would I waste the time doing that?
It must be really hard to feel stuck like that. You're caught between a rock and a hard place with that one.
I hate it. I'm tired of it, and nobody can seem to give me a straight answer as to when my girls are coming home, if they're going to be coming home, what else that I need to do. I feel like, when I meet with you every month, we plan all of these things and we're getting them done, but things aren't moving forward. And I want to know if there's anything else I should be doing. I'm really still trying to search for a job, but it's hard, and I'm tired. I'm doing all these services that you guys are asking for. I don't feel like I even need therapy anymore because I feel a lot better. But I want to be able to spend time with my girls, and I want them to be home. And I don't know. The whole reason that they're not here is because of this domestic violence issues that you guys told me were in my home. Well, my husband no longer lives with me, and he's not here, and he's the problem. So I just want my kids back.
Yeah, I can understand that. You really seem bonded to your kids. Can you tell me a little bit how visits go when they come home? Do you have unsupervised visits?
I have unsupervised visits on the weekends, just with one of them right now, hopefully two starting soon. And I feel like that's been really good. Raven is 12 and she's had a lot of aggression before, but now I think it's nice because I get to spend individual time with her. And she started basketball, and she's not good at all. But I really like going to her games on Saturdays, and it's just like a little club thing that she goes to. And the other kids, they're growing up so fast, and only getting to see them twice a week and supervised is okay because I like Julie. Julie's fine. Julie doesn't help me anymore because I think I'm doing well disciplining them. But I feel like I'm either spending time with three of them working on homework individually, and then I don't get to spend a lot of time with them all together. And I want to be doing more fun things with them, and sometimes I just don't have the opportunity to do that.
So when the kids were home, what kind of things did you do with them?
We went to movies a lot. The little ones now, they're 3 and 4, so they were very little. So sometimes they didn't come with, but now I would like to be able to take them to Chuck E. Cheese and things like that. But that costs money too. We went to the park a lot during the summer, but I don't want to go to places like that because it's hard for me to keep an eye on all of them without them running off. And they're getting older, so it's better. But I just want to do things like outside of the house, and my apartment is so small, and having 4 kids in a 1-bedroom with me is just, sometimes it gets to be way too much, especially if I'm not feeling well or I had a bad day. It's not fair because I'm not allowed to say that.
Right. Well, one thing we could do today is kind of set up a plan that we could present for things that you can do outside of your apartment, so that we can go to your visitation worker and say, this is what Kate and her kids want to do today. This is our plan. So say it was a nice day and you had freedom to do whatever you wanted with your kids. What would you want to do?
Now that it's getting colder outside, I think it'd be really nice to be able to take them ice skating. My 3 and 4-year-olds have not been ice skating at all, I don't think, unless they've gone with their past foster mom. They live with their aunt right now, so I know she'd be willing to go with us. And if we went to a skating rink, we'd be able to keep an eye on them. I also think it'd be fun to go sledding or something like that if it starts snowing. I really wanted to take them to a pumpkin farm, but we didn't have time to do that. So, just something. So they're not stuck inside all day. And even if we can maybe go shopping, I would like to, buy them new mittens or gloves or something, just so they have something for the winter.
Sounds like you have a lot of fun plans for the kids. You said that, prior to this, you said that it's hard to control all the kids. What would your plan be to get them all under control while you're out doing those fun activities?
Well, Julie and I worked a lot on some of the discipline ideas that she talked about, and we, even now, just when we have visits at home, set rules every time they come over. And I usually now don't really have to remind them because we're here, but I probably have to tell them, they need to stay by me. I'm expecting certain behaviors out of them, and if that stuff doesn't happen, then we have to leave.
Okay. Well, that sounds like excellent rules that you have for them. Can you tell me a little bit about your kids?
Well, Raven's 12. She's very smart and acts like she's 18. So she kind of sometimes wants to do her own thing when she's here during the week with other kids, and I get to see her on the weekends. So that's kind of nice. She's really into sports now, which is nice, and I think she's doing a lot better in school than she was. So I'm happy to help her with her schoolwork. My younger daughters, Kalia and Sakina, they're 3 and 4. They're both in 3K and 4K. They go to school together, so they live together, so they see each other all the time. They're just happy kids, and they're kind of obnoxious, toddlers, and I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for them to follow rules. So, and then Michaela, who's 7, I have a really hard time with her sometimes. I mean, she's on medication for ADHD, and I don't think that it's helping her, and it's making her lose weight, and they're not really happy about that. But I think that she's struggling with school, and I don't know that foster mom is really helping her at all, and that kind of pisses me off because she was doing really well when she lived with me.
I can see where you'd be really upset that she's doing worse, but you do sound very proud of your kids, which is a great aspect of being a parent.
I think that for all of the things that they've had to go through and being out of the house with me and without their mom for this long, that they're all doing very well, and I want them to keep doing that, and I want to be there for them.
Well, we are about out of time, but what I want you to do before your next visit is come up with a plan for what you want to do so that we can talk to your worker about getting you out of the house. Okay? Thanks Thanks for meeting with me tonight. Thank you.